सबसे कॉमन मिस्टेक्स क्या होती है जो कंपनीज करते हैं?
That is something which is stopping most of the Indian people to go global.
बहुत सारे इंडियन बिजनेसेस ग्लोबली जाना चाहते हैं।
पॉलिटिकल सत्ता बाद में आई है, पहले एंटरप्रेन्योर पहुंचा है वहां पर। एक कंट्री को सर्व करने के लिए, एक नेशन को सर्व करने के लिए जरूरी नहीं है कि आप बॉर्डर पे ही
डेफिनेटली। तो सर अपने शो स्टार्ट करते हैं। तो अपना जो शो है इसका नाम है इंडिया राइज द नेक्स्ट बिग शो, पावर्ड बाय ईवो कनेक्ट। आज हमारे साथ जो जुड़े हैं वो है डॉक्टर अनिल गुप्ता जी, जो कि एक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के लिए माने जाते हैं गुरु, एंड इन्होंने काफी बिजनेसेस को ग्लोबली राइज करने में काफी मदद भी की है। इनके पास काफी उस चीज को लेकर नॉलेज भी है। तो डॉक्टर अनिल कुमार जी, वेलकम टू आवर शो। मैं हूं इस शो का होस्ट और आपका दोस्त प्रिंस। वेलकम सर।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
सर कुछ आप कहना चाहेंगे अपने ऑडियंस, अपने व्यूअर्स को? इंट्रोडक्शन के हिसाब से मैंने तो आपको इंट्रोड्यूस किया, कुछ आप अपने बारे में जो मैंने मिस कर दिया ऐड ऑन करना चाहेंगे?
ओके, सो वैसे तो आपने बता ही दिया है। मैं एक कंप्लायंस मैनेजमेंट के लिए कंपनी रन करता हूं, जो कि इंडियन बिजनेसेस को इंडिया से बाहर 45 कंट्रीज में बिजनेस एक्सपेंड करने में हेल्प करते हैं। और बुटीक कंसल्टेंट में शायद हम इंडिया में ओनली कंसल्टेंट है जो कि 45 कंट्रीज में इंडियन बिजनेसेस को हेल्प कर रहे हैं। व्हाट आई बिलीव इज कि एक कंट्री को सर्व करने के लिए, एक नेशन को सर्व करने के लिए जरूरी नहीं है कि आप बॉर्डर पर ही जाएं। यू कैन बिकम द इकोनॉमिक सोल्जर आल्सो।
वेरी नाइस।
ओके, बिकॉज एक नेशन के लिए बॉर्डर का सोल्जर भी उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट है और इकोनॉमिक सोल्जर भी उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। यदि आप लास्ट 200 इयर्स देखें तो इकोनॉमिक सोल्जर्स रीच्ड फर्स्ट, देन बॉर्डर सोल्जर्स रीच्ड देयर। पॉलिटिकल सत्ता बाद में आई है, पहले एंटरप्रेन्योर पहुंचा है वहां पर। ठीक है
सर, आप इस चीज को जैसे बता रहे हैं, इसका कोई रियल एग्जांपल देना चाहेंगे जिससे कि हम ऑडियंस इसको प्रॉपर्ली समझ पाए, आप जो कहना चाह रहे हैं इस बात को?
देखिए, ब्रिटिशर्स में पहले एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आए, उसके बाद में ब्रिटिशर्स की सत्ता उन देशों में सेटअप हुई।
ओके,
ठीक है। आप ब्रिटिशर्स के लीजिए, पोर्तुगीज के लीजिए, चाइनीज के लीजिए, एवरी एग्जांपल इज कि पहले एंटरप्रेन्योर्स पहुंचा है एंड आफ्टर दैट पॉलिटिकल सत्ता वहां पे मिली है। देखिए, वर्ल्ड में ह्यूमन एग्जिस्टेंस 6 लाख साल से है।
ओके।
पिछले 200 साल के अंदर वर्ल्ड जितना ट्रांसफॉर्म हुआ वो 6 लाख साल में नहीं हुआ था। ठीक है,
ठीक है।
अकबर के पास में एयर कंडीशन नहीं था, आपके रूम में एसी लगा हुआ है। ठीक है, तो यू आर एंजॉइंग मच मोर प्रिविलेज देन द किंग अकबर। ठीक है। अब ये 200 साल जो है, यहां पर यदि आप देखें तो इसमें एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ने सबसे ज्यादा क्रूशियल रोल प्ले किया है। एक स्पिनिंग जेनी बनी, उसके कारण से ब्रिटेन के सारे व्यापारी जो भी हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं, वो अराउंड द ग्लोब आए। उन्होंने वहां पर लोकली बिजनेस किया एंड देन दे स्टार्टेड इंटरफेयरिंग इन द पॉलिटिकल एंड अचीव द पॉलिटिकल सक्सेस। माय मैसेज इज वेरी क्लियर, इकोनॉमिक सोल्जर्स आर द फ्रंट रनर्स। दे आर मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट for the economic sovereignty of any nation. Okay. And that's why we are empowering Indian economic soldiers so that we can extend the vision of our honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to make India the 3rd largest economy, to make the India hub for the manufacturing, and not only make in India, but make in India, make for the world, trade around the world.
सर, ये आपका मिशन जो है, मुझे लग रहा है कि काफी अच्छा मिशन है, जो कि बहुत जल्द पूरा हो जाएगा।
थैंक यू।
तो सर आपसे मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि ये जो क्वेश्चंस है ये खाली हमारे लिए नहीं बल्कि ग्लोबली सब जितने भी एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ये देख रहे हैं, बिजनेसमैन ये देख रहे हैं, उन सभी के लिए ये बेसिकली जाता है। तो आपका आंसर जो रहेगा वो सभी को बहुत मोटिवेट और आगे बढ़ने की प्रेरणा देगा। तो सर, आज बहुत सारे इंडियन बिजनेसेस ग्लोबली जाना चाहते हैं, लेकिन बहुत कम एक्चुअली जा पाते हैं। आपके एक्सपीरियंस में सबसे बड़ा मेंटल बैरियर क्या होता है जो उन्हें रोकता है?
देखिए, व्हाट आई term this as a big fish trap. It's
Okay.
just a mental barrier. Most Indian founders, they are not actually afraid of failing abroad.
Okay.
They are afraid of losing their local hero status. In India, you have the jugaad, you have the network, you have the sir title. But the moment you land in London or in New York or in Texas, you are just another startup. The barrier is not the border, it's your ego. So to go global, you have to be willing to be nobody again until your competence makes you somebody.
Okay. So means going global is not a very easy task. You have to do a very lots of preparation and planning before doing that, right?
Yes, yes.
That's a आपके आंसर से काफी लोगों को बहुत चीज समझ में आएगा और बहुत कुछ शायद अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे जो भी लोग प्लान कर रहे होंगे कि हाँ वो आउटसाइड इंटरनेशनली अपने कंपनी को या अपने ब्रांड को लेके जाए.
Right,
सर
right.
इसी से मेरे पास एक और क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए. अगर कोई इंडियन एमएसएमई आज डिसाइड करे कि उसे इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में जाना है तो वो कौन सी 3 स्ट्रैटेजी है जो उसे आज से ही स्टाइल या आज से ही मानना चालू कर देना चाहिए?
When you try to expand or when you plan to expand, go global today, सबसे पहले आपको अपने बिजनेस का डिजिटल पासपोर्ट चाहिए.
ओके.
डिजिटल पासपोर्ट से मेरा यह मतलब है कि आप एक फॉरेन आईपी से जिस किसी कंट्री के लिए प्लान कर रहे हैं वहां के आईपी से अपने बिजनेस के बारे में स्टडी करिए.
ओके.
ठीक है. If your business, if your website, if your social presence, if your digital presence looks like a neighborhood shop, no one in Dubai is going to wire you $10,000 or $100,000 business to you. It's not about the logistics, it's the digital audit which will make you ready for the starting point of the globalization.
Okay. Okay.
Second point is make yourself 100% compliant business.
Okay.
The compliance is not just hurdles. When you are fully compliant, when you are compliant in the FEMA, when you are compliant in the international taxation, when you are compliant in the local regulations, it's make a trust shield. In international business, the trust is not built over the coffee. The trust is built through the compliance. So make sure your business is fully compliant. You can show the things to the paper. You can show the business compliance papers to the prospective customers. That will build a trust. That will indicate that you are really professional in your approach. So I think the second step should be your compliance. And third is you need to understand where you want to go. In first step, most of the time what we think is my competitor is going in US, so I should also go in the US. Identify your own strength, identify your own weakness, make a SWOT analysis, and accordingly identify your own destination. Don't think my competitor is doing this, I can also do this. As per your own SWOT, you identify your destination. So these are the 3 steps which will make you ready for the international expansion. So what I summarize is the globalization is 10% shipping and 90% looking like you belong on the world stage. Your digital presence is the digital passport for your business to go global.
Very nice, sir. I think sir, this information, if anybody gonna listen to the podcast, it's going to help him very much to go internationally very fast, because all this information comes with lots of practices and lots of hard works which they are getting in just few minutes of podcast. So I really thank you for this kind knowledge which you are sharing with us, sir.
It's my pleasure always. So,
Yeah.
so I'm always more than happy to share the insight, share the experience with prospective entrepreneurs.
Sir, just in case I'm asking one simple question, sir. Like whoever watches your podcast this day, what kind of a best message he or she should learn from your podcast? आपके हिसाब से क्या होना चाहिए, sir?
Oh, well, that is a good question. So basically, business is a mindset game. Okay. You need to understand that using the mindset, you can conquer the world.
Right.
From Ramayana, if you see Dasrath and Kaushalya, Dasrath means you 10 chariots, 5 sense organ and 5 organ of actions.
Okay.
You observe the world using the Kaushal, you transform into the solution, and then you build a legacy. And then that legacy from Ram to Sri Ram required journey, where there are only two friends in that journey. One is Lakshman, means Lakshya plus Man, which is determination. Okay. Right. Another is Sita, means the Shitalta is the patience. So those kind of mindset element you need to have for your journey to build the entrepreneurial legacy.
Great. Very nice, sir. This information and ये पूरे स्टोरी के साथ जो आपने बताया, I think it's very knowledgeable and understood. मेरे को तो बहुत अच्छे समझ में आ गया. सर, एक बहुत जो कॉमन मिस्टेक जो लोग करते हैं सर, वो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ कि सर आपने इतनी सारी बिजनेस के साथ काम किया है ग्लोबली, सबसे कॉमन मिस्टेक्स क्या होती है जो कंपनीज करते हैं जब उनको फॉरेन मार्केट में एंटर करना होता है?
Well, see, basically what happens most of the time, most of the entrepreneur, they first serve in the Indian market, and then they copy the same to the international market.
Okay.
Now every country has their own cultural elements. Every country has their own cultural normative elements. Every country has their own climatic conditions. So you cannot just copy and paste the offerings from Indian market to the foreign market.
Okay.
Okay. So what you need to do is you need to basically understand where the difference is. Okay, so otherwise the copy paste is way to suicide. Okay, the copy paste strategy is where Indian MSME go to die.
100% fail होना ही है.
Export the Delhi work culture to a German market.
Okay.
For example, in India, the tolerance for Chalta Hai attitude is acceptable. But it's zero tolerant in German market. You are not just selling a product, you are selling a promise of precision. You are selling a proven process. You are selling an assurance that your customer can depend upon you. So unless you think from that perspective, you cannot just transport the Indian success to other countries. So in summary, if I want to say, if you try to paste your local habits onto a global market, the market will hit the delete on your business.
Okay.
Okay.
This point is well explained, sir. आपने सारे मिस्टेक्स के बारे में मुझे बहुत अच्छे से बता दिया. सर, अब ये मिस्टेक्स लोग ना करें वो तो समझ में आ गए सर. अब उससे पहले जो सवाल उठती है वो ये है कि
वो आपको सबसे पहले अपना SWOT एनालिसिस करना है, ठीक है। दैट SWOT एनालिसिस विल एक्सप्लेन कि आप मार्केट को क्या दे सकते हैं, किस मार्केट को क्या दे सकते हैं। आपको ये नहीं देखना है कि जस्ट बीइंग ए चीप इज द एडवांटेज, क्योंकि देयर इज ऑलवेज ए पॉसिबिलिटी कि आपसे ज्यादा चीप कोई और दे सकता है सोल्यूशन,
राइट।
ठीक है। एंड चीप करने के चक्कर में यू विल वाइप आउट ऑल योर प्रॉफिट्स, सो देन व्हाई यू आर डूइंग द बिजनेस। एंड लेट मी टेल यू द कल्चरल डिफरेंस बिटवीन इंडिया एंड सम अदर पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, कि they don't buy the low cost, they buy the low risk. इंडियन एमएसएमईज को एक माइंडसेट शिफ्ट करना पड़ेगा, द मूव फ्रॉम वेंडर माइंडसेट टू द 5C स्पेक्ट्रम। 5C स्पेक्ट्रम इज कोचिंग, कंसल्टिंग, connecting, collaborating and co-creating, so that you are not just selling a commodity, you start being a partner. Commodities can get replaced, partners get retained. Okay, so rather than just selling, start thinking about being a partner to your customer. And believe me, you will be start getting the renewal business, you will start getting the repeat business, you will start getting the referral business, and without any investment of the customer acquisition cost, you will get the beam rate of the clients, the business.
इतने सारे कंट्रीज में अपॉर्चुनिटीज है, एक बिजनेस कैसे डिसाइड करे कि उसके लिए कौन सा इंटरनेशनल मार्केट बेस्ट रहेगा फॉर द फर्स्ट स्टेप?
देखिए, कंट्रीज बहुत सारे हैं, मार्केट बहुत सारे हैं, बट सबसे पहले हम लोगों को ये देखना है कि मेरा बिजनेस ग्लोबलाइज होने के लिए रेडी है या नहीं है, ठीक है। उसके बाद में दूसरा स्टेप होता है कि मेरी स्ट्रेंथ, वीकनेस, अपॉर्चुनिटी या थ्रेट्स क्या है, स्वॉट एनालिसिस क्या कहता है, ठीक है। मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम हम लोग केवल ये देखकर कि मेरा कॉम्पिटिटर यूएस के अंदर गया है, मेरा कॉम्पिटिटर ने यूके से बिजनेस हासिल किया है, लोग अपना प्लान बनाते हैं। एवरी बिजनेस इज यूनिक, दे हैव सर्टेन strength, certain weaknesses. So what I suggest is to have your own sort and then think that where I can add value. It's not just where I can sell, where I can add value, where I can resolve certain problem. Okay, so if you find that okay, in this country I can add value, try to enter into that market rather than where I can sell, where is the biggest market. Sometimes in the biggest market you don't get any response. For example, if you build a search engine, okay, you know on the Google there are billions of searches on everyday basis, but maybe you will not get maybe 1000 searches on your engine. Okay, so biggest market opportunity, two different things. You need to identify the opportunity specifically for you, where you can reach in a particular country, where you can customize your product or services as per that country's local conditions, local legal conditions, local cultural conditions, local climatic conditions, local normative conditions, ठीक है, where people will be ready to accept my product. Okay, there you need to decide that okay, this is the country good for me.
सर
Yeah.
इस आपने जो आंसर दिया उसी में से मेरा एक क्वेश्चन अराइज हुआ है कि
हाँ,
मैं एक इंडियन बिजनेसमैन हूँ, मैं एक इंडियन कंपनी है मेरी, तो मेरे पास कितना नेटवर्क होना चाहिए कि मैं तब जाके प्लान करूं कि मुझे फॉरेन में इंटरनेशनली अपना बिजनेस एक्सपैंड करना चाहिए? आफ्टर क्या एक वो कितना नेटवर्क है जो आ जाना चाहिए, उसके बाद ही हमें प्लानिंग करना चाहिए?
so this is something which I don't appreciate, frankly. Okay, this is the limiting mindset. This is the consolation to you that okay, because I don't have that kind of network, that's why I cannot build the castle. Okay, to go global, you require the mindset, not the wealth. Okay, today people are building a small product and taking it up to the globe. For example, if you might have heard about the Spotify is song
Yes.
app,
Yes, I heard it, sir.
they entered into 108 countries, not 1, 2, 3 countries, 108 countries in 1 year. And that's too when world was struggling with the corona, the COVID-19 epidemic. So that time they entered into 108 countries. Now you can think of what kind of aggressive globalization plans people have. Okay, so now the businesses are born global. The founders must have the vision for global from the beginning itself. Okay, so that was the old theory where people used to say that okay, you first build your fort, you make your fort strong, and then attack on the neighbor's fort.
Right.
This is things of past. Now the product life cycle, the technology life cycle are not that long. Today you are building a product, tomorrow it can be obsolete. So when you are trying to build a product today, try to have globalization in your mind.
Got your
Okay.
point, sir.
Yeah.
Got your point.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sorry,
sir-
I'm glad about this, but I appreciate the growth mindset, and this question was like limiting mindset.
Correct.
That okay, I don't have this thing, that's why I'm not doing it.
करेक्ट सर, आई बिलीव सर कि अब आपके ये आंसर जो बच्चे या जो भी आपके आंसर को चेक करेंगे या सुनेंगे, वो अपने माइंडसेट में ये लिमिटेशन को हटा देंगे कि वेल्थ होना जरूरी नहीं है, आपका विजन बड़ा होना चाहिए अगर आपको इंटरनेशनली जाना है तो।
Right, right,
आई
right.
बिलीव सर कि आपसे पॉडकास्ट करते करते मेरा भी विजन और मेरा भी माइंडसेट बहुत चेंज हो रहा है, एंड बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस पॉडकास्ट शायद आई विल बी अ कंप्लीटली चेंज्ड मैन। तो सर मैंने जैसे आपके बारे में बहुत जो भी आपके बारे में रिसर्च किया और जाना, तो आपका एक है बहुत बड़ा आपका विजन है और एक स्लोगन है, मेक इन इंडिया मेक फॉर द वर्ल्ड। तो ये जो स्ट्रॉन्ग विजन सर आप देखते हैं, ये प्रैक्टिकली अगर देखा जाए तो इंडियन बिजनेस कैसे ग्लोबल प्लेयर के साथ कंपीट कर सकते हैं?
Okay, great. See, first of all, मैं आपको बता दूं कि इंडिया जो है वो born entrepreneur है. Indian people started the entrepreneurship when world didn't started the journey of civilization. हमने आज से 5-7 हजार साल पहले नेशनल लेवल पे इकोनॉमी एंड सोशियोलॉजी को कनेक्ट किया बाय वे ऑफ वर्ण व्यवस्था, by way of one system, caste system. So today we are getting a negative picture of that casteism, but actually it is to connect the sociology and economics, to foster the continuous innovation, to create a temperament of growing the business. Okay, so we created micro entrepreneurs, we created the entrepreneurs rather than creating the slave. When the other part of the world was creating the slaves, we were creating the entrepreneurs. Okay, so that's why we people are born entrepreneurs. Only thing is sometimes on the light bulb there may be dust, and if the business goes like us, remove that dust, it will start enlightening again.
Okay.
Okay. Now coming to your question, that how Indian entrepreneurs can go global, right?
Yeah, and compete with the world market like other international competitors. How they compete with each others.
Good. So here I will say the Indian entrepreneurs need to have a mindset shift.
Okay.
Rather than focusing on a transaction, let's focus on the transformation.
Very nice.
Rather than focusing just on the conversion of a deal, let's focus on building the partnerships. So for this, I have given a rich methodology where R for reach, okay, I for influence, C for conversion, and H for harmonic relationship. So if you follow this rich pedagogy, then you can easily build a global business, successful business, reliable business, and business with a high respect, high credibility. Okay. So most of the time, Indian MSMEs, they are just focusing on reach and influence, which can take them to the meeting.
Right.
Okay. And maybe up to the deal. But the harmonic relationship can build the empire for you. Okay. Deal can be once, but partnership can be for the decades.
Right.
So we need to have that mindset where we are following the complete RICH. Then we can build the global businesses easily.
Okay, sir. So, sir, this is a very nice kind of a answer. जो भी सुनेंगे उनको पूरा आइडिया जरूर हो जाएगा कि अगर उनको मार्केट में जाना है इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में तो देयर आर वे पार्ट्स एंड उनको ग्लोबली एंड सबको प्रॉपर्ली कोई पार्ट स्किप किए बिना नहीं जा सकते हैं. एवरीथिंग हैज अ वे टू गो एंड स्टेयरकेस टू गो.
राइट.
जैसे आपने बताया, जैसे आपने हमें पहले भी बता चुके हैं, हम आपके बारे में जान चुके हैं कि आपने 45 कंट्रीज में काम किया है और आपके अकॉर्डिंग इंडियन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को कौन सा माइंडसेट है जो शिफ्ट करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है अगर उनको ग्लोबली अपने आप को फ्लरिश करना है तो?
Again, I will say they need to transform their one night stand kind of mindset to the rich mindset. Okay.
This is the main thing.
Most of the people, what they think is, let me take some money from this client. Okay, let me steal the deal. Rather than that, try to create a harmonic ecosystem where you can get business again and again. So first order might be just for the covering the cost, not to make the profits. Second order may be to give you the profit. But third order, fourth order, and fifth order will make the empire. That will build your brand. That will build your credibility. Okay. So try to focus on RICH rather than just making a deal.
Okay. एंड सर लाइक इसी के साथ एक क्वेश्चन है सर कि जब भी कोई बिजनेस फॉरेन मार्केट में जाना चाहता है तो ट्रस्ट बिल्ड करना सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज हो जाता है एंड कंपनीज कैसे अपनी क्रेडिबिलिटी स्टैब्लिश करे कि वो इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में उनके साथ कंप्लीट एंड प्रॉपर्ली काम कर पाए?
Well, this is a very good question because trust deficit can be a key problem when you are working cross border. Okay. And here I will say that compliance is not the hurdle, it's the trust shield.
Okay.
Which means your business should have all sets of papers so that you can prove that your business is legally compliant,
Okay.
and not only the legally compliant, but you can show that what kind of approach you have in your business.
Got
You
it.
are a professional or you are just jugaad kind of mentality. Okay.
Okay.
So if you are completely compliant, it gives an impression that yes, this is a business which has a systematic approach, which has a professional approach to deliver. Then the client will be more confident and he will be more inclined to give you the business.
Very nice, sir. And this information is definitely going to be very informative and very useful for the people who are seeking and trying to grow globally finally this year. Because I think this will going to really help them. एंड सर आपका मैंने जितने भी आपके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन एंड आपके बारे में जानकारी दी, तो आपका एक जो रिच फ्रेमवर्क है उसके बारे में से थोड़ा हमें बताएंगे. व्हाट डू मीन बाय दिस रिच फ्रेमवर्क?
Great, great. So basically, RICH is a doctrine I given to many businesses. So in this, I say to be a successful business, irrespective of your industry, your sector, your business size, following a RICH is very important at all the levels in a business. Be it a strategic decision in the boardroom, or maybe you are creating a promotional poster or flyer. It can be applicable at any stage, anywhere, any activity of a business. So first of all, for example, let's think about a small example. You are creating a flyer or poster to be circulated on the WhatsApp. Okay. So first of all, you need to see, can I reach using this poster? So for example, you are my target customer and I want to reach you. So sharing it on WhatsApp doesn't mean I can reach you. It should grab your attention, then only I can reach you.
Right.
Okay. So is it good enough to grab your attention? And when you will look at it, is it good enough that you will give a focus on this? Because if you are giving 15 seconds of time on that poster, which means I am obliged that your 15-second time I could steal.
Right.
Okay. So unless you get the proper consideration in designing the poster, I cannot steal your 15-second time. Okay. Then second is influence. Once it grabs your attention, it should give a proper confidence to you that whosoever this business is, they are a good authority in their domain. I can rely on them. I can depend upon them. They can be cost effective. They are a good competence area. They are good brand, whatever. It should be having the authority creation in your eyes, in your perspective, right? So that is the I. Then C for the conversion. So once you see the poster, you got the attention to that, have a positive brand building, but unless you give me the business, the R and I are useless, right?
Right.
So there should be certain elements where you get a trigger that, okay, yes, you need to give me the order. And why tomorrow? Why not today? Why today? Why not right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So that kind of triggers should be there. And then harmonic relationship means you should get a feel that using the services of my company, I can easily depend upon this service provider by using that services. Okay, their services are good enough. Okay, when somebody is getting the poster, they should not get a spammy kind of feeling. Okay, they should be getting the feel that okay, yes, this is something useful I got. Okay, so that way you can apply the reach in a very small task of poster creation. Similarly, when we are entering into a new country, for a boardroom decision, you can apply the reach. How I can approach? What should be my entry mode in that country? So, for example, somebody can say in Africa I cannot trust. So, what I can do is I can sell somebody, and then he can sell the product to entire country. Okay, so I am limiting my economic rewards, but I want to play safe, right? And at some places you can have different reaching approach. You can have your own supply chain system. You can have your own franchisee system like that. So you need to design your reach. Then you need to design that, okay, how I will attract the customer. Because having your services doesn't mean the customer will come into you. Customer may have 10 different options. So you need to have that influence kind of things that, okay, once I reach to the country, how I will influence, how I will attract, how I will create my authority so that people are coming to me. Okay. And then conversion triggers. Once the customer comes, he inquires, how I will ensure that customer is really giving the business. And just business dene ke baad mein customer should not feel like you are not getting attention or you are getting cheated by this business. You need to have a harmonic relationship so that you can create a brand value in that market. So right from a small task of the poster creation to the boardroom decision, you can apply the reach everywhere and making sure that reach is being followed in all your business activity. You can create a $1 billion brand without much net worth or without much capital or without any kind of family background even. Many of the people have procrastination like, okay, I don't have the family background of business, or I don't have that kind of net worth, or I don't have the academic background. These are all limiting beliefs. Okay? Follow the rich. Nobody can stop you to become the successful entrepreneur.
Very nice, sir. So this simplifies very broad thing in a very simple way, that if you follow this framework of RICH, you definitely wanna take your Indian businesses to the foreign market. But sir, there a question arises in my mind that how to get clients in international market. मैं international market में चला गया, लेकिन how do I get the clients?
Oh, well, that is a good question. So basically, when you are reaching to international market, now again, you need to use the reach where I need to reach. What preparation I need to do for reaching. So there may be different approach. For example, before entering as a hard launch, you can decide to have a soft launch that, okay, you can find certain low-hanging fruits. For example, you can contact to certain chamber of commerce, to your knowns, to your friend or friends of friends in that country to help you to get some initial traction so that you have the better understanding about the business. Okay, that is one approach. Second approach may be, I usually say, in digital world, it's very easy to get connected with anyone. Okay. But in physical world, it's very difficult.
Okay.
Right? And now the other side is, in digital world, I can have lot many good connections. If you see my LinkedIn profile, there are many presidents of the countries, many prime ministers of the countries, deputy prime minister of the countries are my LinkedIn connections. Okay. But it doesn't mean they will really help me when it is required. So the key to success to get the client is harvest your relationship in the digital world and convert it into the physical world. Okay, so
Okay.
that you can uh, easily connect with the prospects and you can get the business also.
Very good. I believe, sir, this informations are really gonna helpful for people who are planning to move abroad and doing business abroad international. Definitely, sir. सर विथ नॉट वेस्टिंग मच टाइम ऑफ योर्स, एक बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है सर कि आज के टाइम पे जो जियो पॉलिटिकल चेंजेस आ गए हैं, एआई और डिजिटल ट्रेड फास्ट इवॉल्व हो रहे हैं, आपको क्या लगता है कि क्रॉस बॉर्डर बिजनेस नेक्स्ट 10 इयर्स में कैसे चेंज होंगे?
Okay, so let me tell you, the word you are using cross-border business, it will be business only
ओके.
because the borders will be invisible. Okay. So, see, as I told you in the beginning, world has seen a few transformation waves. Okay, now it is time of the next transformation. And whenever there is any political, economic, technological changes happens, it's the new ocean of the opportunity. When spinning jenny was made, Britishers could conquer the world. When electricity was invented, America could become superpower. Okay. When electronics, Japan could take the leap and a very small country could become the largest economy of the world. Now it is time for the AI. It's an ocean of opportunity. Only thing is you need to identify, you need to get the ride on that wave. If you want to use it as a opportunity, you need to get the ride on this. If you will pass, then it's your decision that you will become the victim of this rather than taking the advantage of this opportunity. Okay.
Sir, this all information which you have provided in this short podcast will definitely be a roadmap for people who gonna see their business growth in last 10 years or the past 5 years. So I believe the audience and viewers of this particular podcast will definitely have a blast and will have a great career in the business forming globally and internationally, definitely. So, sir, ending with the last question, sir, because we have talked about this from a very long time. We have talked about the mindset. We have talked about everything. But sir, जैसे अगर कोई इंडियन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आज से ग्लोबल कंपनी बिल्ड करना चाहता हो अभी से, तो उसको आज से कैसा माइंडसेट, कैसा प्रिपरेशन अपना रखना चाहिए जिससे कि वो आने वाले बहुत जल्दी में अपने आप को इंटरनेशनली भेज जा पाए? Short and
as I told you, as I told you, we are entering into the era of invisible borders. So geography is a history. Okay. In this AI-driven digital world, physical location of your office is no more an important aspect. Okay, the winners will be who can have the global mindset, who can understand that if I am building a product, if I am building a service spectrum, if I am building a business today in Delhi or in Kolkata or in Mumbai, it should not be specific to a particular zip code. So if I am building a product for India, you must think that how it will be responded in the Tokyo, how will be responded in the New York. Okay, how I can sell it into the London. So if you have that global mindset, definitely people can be successful. And last one line I will summarize that when I'm talking too much about the mindset, most of the business coaches, mindset gurus, the motivation gurus, they are focusing more on the motivation. Motivation is just the impulse. Okay. We don't require the magnitude, we require the consistency. We don't require the impulsive things. We require the consistency. So rather than motivation, go for the mindset. Okay? Rather than taking one big decision today, try to have design your mission so that consistently you perform in a direction without getting affected by any kind of noise factors. Again, let me take the example from the Ramayana. When the lady came to Ram to propose her for the marriage, the Surpankha, the Lakshman, not the Ram, Lakshman cut the nose, which means you reject all the noise elements. Your determination should reject all the noise elements. It can be positive noise also. It can be negative noise also. You reject all the noise items and you determine. The Lakshman means the determination. Your determination should always awake. Lakshman 14 साल तक सोए नहीं थे. It means your determination should be always awake.
Right.
Okay. And definitely you can build the business.
डेफिनेटली सर, आपसे ये पूरे पॉडकास्ट का सेशन करके मैं एक बिजनेसमैन जरूर बन गया, जो कि मैं एक बिजनेस बैकग्राउंड से नहीं था, लेकिन आपकी सारी बातें को अगर कोई इंसान अगर एक प्लेटफॉर्म के जैसे अगर माने और एक एक चीज को फॉलो करे, तो आई डेफिनेटली बिलीव कि वो अपने बिजनेस को 10x ग्रो कर सकता है। सर एक लास्ट चीज आपसे मैं पूछना चाहूंगा, जितने भी हमारे व्यूअर्स हैं जो आपको देख रहे हैं, और कोई भी अगर आपसे कनेक्ट करना चाहे, अपने आप को आपसे बात करना चाहे, आपसे बिजनेस कोचिंग लेना चाहे, या कोई भी तरीके से आपसे वो मिलना चाहे, आपसे कनेक्ट करना चाहे, तो वो कैसे आपसे कर सकते हैं? सर प्लीज आप थोड़ा बता सकते हैं।
हाँ, तो वो लोग मुझे लिंक्डइन पे फॉलो कर सकते हैं।
ओके, आपका लिंक्डइन का जो सर आईडी है वो हम यहाँ पे अभी आपको स्क्रीन पे दे देंगे, आपका फोन नंबर भी स्क्रीन पे रहेगा सर।
ग्रेट ग्रेट, तो वो मुझे व्हाट्सएप पे कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, मेरे इंडियन नंबर पे कर सकते हैं, यूएस नंबर पे भी कर सकते हैं, एंड ईमेल एड्रेस आप मेरा शेयर कर सकते हैं, सो दैट इफ समबडी रिक्वायर एनी सपोर्ट, आई विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू सपोर्ट देम।
दैट्स वेरी नाइस सर, क्योंकि सर आपका अगर सपोर्ट रहेगा तो आई बिलीव जो आज ग्रो नहीं कर पा रहे हैं उस लेवल में, उनको वो ग्रोथ मिल सकती है। इज दैट राइट सर?
Definitely, I will support each and every Indian economic soldiers.
Thank you so much. आपने yes sir, बताइए।
Army of Indian economic soldiers, so that we not only become third largest, but we become the largest economy in the world.
That's the real mission. That's the real mission.
Right.
सर अब हमारा एक छोटा सा सेगमेंट आएगा, इसको बोलते हैं रैपिड फायर सेगमेंट। ठीक है सर, मैं आपसे बिजनेस रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा, आपको एकदम शॉर्ट वे में इसको वन लाइनर सॉर्ट ऑफ आंसर मुझे प्रोवाइड करना है इसका। ठीक है सर? और बिजनेस रिलेटेड ही रहेंगे सारे क्वेश्चन। तो पहला क्वेश्चन है, एक ऐसी कोई क्वालिटी सर, वन क्वालिटी एवरी एंटरप्रेन्योर मस्ट हैव।
ग्रोथ माइंडसेट।
दैट्स रियली नाइस सर। वन हैबिट दैट डिस्ट्रॉय बिजनेसेस।
प्रोकास्टिनेशन।
तो इस चीज को थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करेंगे जिससे कि व्यूअर्स और इसको समझ पाए।
यूजुअली लोग एक लिमिटेड माइंडसेट होता है कि आज मैं इसको नहीं कर पा रहा हूं, कल करूंगा, परसों करूंगा। ठीक है? तो व्हेन यू वांट टू डू इट टुडे रादर देन टुमारो, एंड डू इट राइट नाउ रादर देन टुडे। ओके, तो चीजों को टालिए मत, आज करिए, अब करिए, न कि कल या परसों।
समझ गए। That's really nice. So funding versus profitability, which matters more?
देखिए, मेरा मानना है कि फंडिंग बिजनेस करने के लिए ली जाती है, न कि बिजनेस फंडिंग करने के लिए लिया जाता है। ठीक है? तो आप प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट, फंडिंग विल कम साइड बाय साइड, नो प्रॉब्लम।
That's mind-opening answer, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
AI, सर AI जो अभी मार्केट में है, AI अपॉर्चुनिटी है या थ्रेट है?
डेफिनेटली अपॉर्चुनिटी है। because every technological wave will create different set of opportunities.
So then why people are taking it as a threat कि हमारा जॉब चला जाएगा AI की वजह से ये हो जाएगा. So like people are taking it as a threat. So why they are doing so?
Well, this is again the difference between what exactly how you see at the world. I can see that sometimes facts may be different and the real truth may be different, or the way you are perceiving may be different. If you allow me, I can give you one example.
Definitely, sir.
Okay. So first you declare that you are not drunk. You are fully conscious, right?
I'm fully conscious. Yeah.
Okay. Great. So there is certain chemical which is being used in the junk food. Okay. This chemical is used in the nuclear power plants. This chemical is available in the acid rain. This chemical is so dangerous that it can rotten the big iron structures in form of rusting it. Okay. So if I start a campaign to stop using this chemical in whatever eating items, would you support me?
I'll definitely support you.
Man, then you will die. Because I am talking about the water. Okay, water is available everywhere. I have told you everything, but
Yeah.
you have treated it in different way, right? Similarly, AI is AI is not a threat. You are perceiving it in different way.
So it's
Okay.
all depends on perception.
Yes, yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you. So one book every entrepreneur should read.
Well, here I would take the liberty to promote my own forthcoming book. Ask Me is the book title, which means ask me means attitude, skills, knowledge, mindset, and envisioning.
So where we can get your books, sir? Like it's available everywhere?
It's too early to say that because right now I have created 70% of the manuscript, but it will take some time because
So like
everything
we
is
have to
research elements, not copy paste.
wait for the best.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So best business advice you have ever received from anyone?
Again, I will say growth mindset.
Okay.
Okay, that is the best advice.
Okay. And worst business advice you have ever got to hear someone from?
People are motivating rather than building the mindset. That is the motivation sometimes may be dangerous also.
Okay.
Okay. Most of the time people take it positive only, but I say if I motivate you that you are a young guy, you can jump from the 15th floor of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. I have seen many guys having this kind of adventure. They are trained, but you can also do it because they are also the young people only and you are also young guy.
Yeah.
So what it will do is you will die if you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So sometimes motivation may be very dangerous. Rather than build the mindset, okay, rather than taking anything impulsive, build it consistent. Okay.
Got it. So one skill every founder must learn in 2026.
Can you repeat?
One particular skill that each founder should learn in 2026.
AI.
AI. Okay. As India's biggest startup opportunity right now is what?
Again, AI.
Again, AI. Okay. Okay, sir. And one word, sir. One word that defines entrepreneurship.
Okay. So bringing something innovative which is never done before to the world is entrepreneurship. It's not just a business, it's something which is not done by somebody else, is done by you. So that is entrepreneurship.
The great, like sir,
So
to be very honest, sir,
present is the entrepreneurship, I can say. To summarize, bringing future to the present is the entrepreneurship.
ओके सर, एक सिंपली लास्ट आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा, आज हमारे जो पूरा पॉडकास्ट हुआ, लाइक एंटायर पॉडकास्ट वी हैव डन, इफ यू वांट टू समराइज दिस पॉडकास्ट इन अ फ्यू लाइंस, फ्यू वर्ड्स, so that our audience get to know each and everything in this small section of the podcast, तो वो क्या होगा सर आपके हिसाब से?
Okay, so basically you need to have a growth mindset. Today, in the transformational era of AI, lot of opportunities are emerging. The borders are going invisible. So it's the right time to build a global business. Start thinking to have a born global business and scale it up to the entire world. Okay, and be consistent, not the impulsive. Okay, just be consistent, consistently work, and definitely you will reach your target.
Sir, consistency is the key to success, we can say.
Yes.
Definitely, sir. Sir, now I think now it's the time that we should end this podcast. और आज आपके साथ बात करके आई एम अ मैच्योर्ड मैन. आई फील कि मैं बहुत ज्यादा मैच्योर हो गया हूँ. मेरे अंदर एक बिजनेस आइडियाज आ गए हैं बहुत सारे. एंड डेफिनेटली जितने भी हमारे व्यूअर्स ये पॉडकास्ट आज देखेंगे, उनको लाइफ के अंदर एक बिजनेस करने का एक नया तरीका और एक नया फ्लो पाथ मिलेगा, जिससे वो आगे सक्सेसफुल जल्दी बन सके. सो मेरे जितने भी व्यूअर्स हैं उन सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आपने हमारे साथ पूरा ये पॉडकास्ट देखा. हमारा शो है जिसका नाम है इंडिया राइज द नेक्स्ट बिग शो, पावर्ड बाय ईवो कनेक्ट. और आज के हमारे जो गेस्ट थे डॉक्टर अनिल गुप्ता जी, उन्होंने हमारे साथ काफी एक्सपीरियंसेस और अपने नॉलेज शेयर किया है. तो जो भी इसको 20 से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, प्लीज कंप्लीट पॉडकास्ट देखना, जिससे कि आप अपने लिए एक बेटर रोड मैप बना पाओ और आप अपने बिजनेस को ग्लोबली जरूर ले जा पाओ. सर, आप लास्ट कुछ कहना चाहोगे, फ्यू लाइंस?
Thank you very much to you. Thank you very much to the audience. And again, let me reiterate that if you want to expand globally, you require any kind of support from me, be it a coaching to you, be it consulting services to expand outside India. We are serving Indian businesses in 45 countries. So we can be your true globalization partner in your globalization journey. And that's it. Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It was very nice talking to you and sharing screen with you. It was lovely. It was a good day overall, I would say.